Hello team, this is Daniel Kennedy, Steadfast Construction and Design. We're here at City Road. I've left it a little bit late, so the site's a bit dark, but I'm hoping the camera picks up more than my eyes do. I thought I'd do a video because although this is not someone else's site, it's still a pretty ornate building. Documenting this will be really important if anyone else wants to hire us for any heritage builds of just what the team is capable of. So I'm in one of the finished rooms that's ready for decorating, which will start Monday. By some really good decorators that we've got coming. So I'm going to show you what we've been up to. I'll talk through the process about why I'm needlessly spending money here and the reasons behind it, because it could be construed that this is a waste of money. When we bought the office, it could have been left immediately occupied and worked in, but I kind of want to build for all time and our time, and if I don't embody that, and if our offices don't embody that, how can I expect other people to believe it? So I'll do a quick walk round and then I'll explain it more at the end. So follow me. So here we have MDF paneling, because this is what the most of these stately homes have. You can see we've gone for the same sort of style as the outside. So this is all bespoke and made on site. We're keeping the ceilings, so we haven't insulated here. We've insulated all the outside walls because we want it to be warm. Now this particular space will be where the office of the lettings agent and the building will be. So this is what we're planning to use as our business. Really big office space, going to be enough for about 6 staff, like easy, because at the minute we run it from my front room, which isn't ideal. So you can't really see it, but this is going to be the reception office. All we've done here is drop the ceilings, insulate them and plaster. But this is going to be the toilet. We're going to go for the Victorian with the cistern and the sink and all that palaver. This is going to be the boardroom. This will be where all my desks will be for all the sources that I plan on training and who want to occupy it, because I'm going to slowly hire some sources, train them up. People are going to be working out of this room, and I plan to scale the sourcing business. So this will be the sourcing room, or I suppose we could call it the boiler room. Now, very few of you will know this, but I absolutely love karaoke, and it's unfair of me to subject my staff to that as well. So I will be in this office. I can't really see it because we've got the desk here, but the ceilings are dropped. We'll be doing a bit of cornice around there, and then this will be my office. This is where I'll be singing and shouting and working and making my millions. Here we're going to have a kitchen. You can't really see it, the storeroom there. And then this, what we're going to do here is we're going to have a bar here. There's going to be paneling from floor to ceiling. Here we're going to have a TV with 2 radiators. The original radiators that were put in this house in 1857 when it was built are still here. So we managed to save them, and they're going to get put in there. And then there's going to be one in my office as well, a small one. These are going to have Victorian rad covers, so we're still going to save them. At some point, we are going to be turning this into wood, because it's absolutely flipping criminal that there's UPVC on this building. It should be listed. It's not. I'm going to treat it like a listed building, because build for all time, not just our time, that's what it stands for. We are not going to have UPVC on this building. It should be listed. Those of you who know the outside know that it's stunning, it's beautiful, but it hasn't been looked after like it should have been. So the flooring that we've got, I can't believe how much I've had to spend on the flooring. This just goes against every bone in my body, but the flooring is going to be magnificent. It's like Brazilian mahogany. It's the look we've gone for. We're keeping the arch. This is all going to be wood paneling. There's going to be Chesterfields here, and then this is going to be my cigar room, my cigar import room. I'm going to have pictures. There's going to be like a picture of Islam Brunei, a picture of Winston Churchill, a picture of the Queen, and then we'll have pictures of my dog and family, and pictures of the King, obviously, taking centre stage. It's going to be, the picture of the King might be on the bar, depending on how it looks, but it's going to be absolutely cracking. I was hoping to have this finished for a little seminar that I'm running on the 22nd, but unfortunately, it's nowhere near going to be finished. So I'll go into the other room because there's more light, and I'll explain it there. So we're going to be doing that in this room. I'm still on some insulated plasterboard here that needs to get moved over to Stanmore. because we ordered too much, so we're going to use it for that. So I'm going to be doing it in this room. Hopefully, we've got decorators starting Monday here, and they'll smash this out in 2 weeks, so at least this room will be ready. We'll put the door back on, and while the guys are working, I can deliver the seminar here, because there's plenty of space enough. We're going to sand and paint the floors, and then, I'm just so excited. I can just feel energy while I'm in this room. And the reason why I've gone for this style versus just having it plain, like I'm a firm believer, like to look back at generations before you and see what they went through and get gratitude from the fact that you lived such a good life because of what they went through. And obviously, the people that built buildings like this created the flipping empire. The people that gave it away created the brutalistic, uninspiring, depression-inducing boxes that we have built today. So that's why I copy them, because this is the type of sort of legacy that I want to build. I want people to come in this building and be like, this is fantastic. I want it to last 100 years. That's why we've got wood. We're having no expense spared on the internals, because this building as well, as we further develop it, we're going to copy, and we've got stonemasons that are already taking surveys of the whole building to copy the existing stonework and replicate it in the space. We're going to get rid of that disgusting brutalist 80s office that has been built in between the coach house and the main building. And then we're going to have the stonemasons working, local guys that have been working in Edgbaston for generations, like the grandfather started the stonemasons, the yard that's over there, and then they're going to be getting the same sort of stone, which is Bass House stone, and they're going to be putting that on the side of the building. We're going to use the same brick, same mud plaster, all the same methods. And I want the internals to be representative of that as well. So we're going to have chandeliers that would have been here. The mosaic floor is going to get repaired and restored. This is solid floor, it's going to get stained and sanded. And the reason why, as I said, I want to be, when I come into the office, I want to be reminded when I'm feeling it's tough, when I'm feeling like, oh God, I'm really stressed, I've got to work, I've got to do all this, I never want to be in a position where I start feeling sorry for myself. I want to walk into my office and be bloody inspired, get to work, build the legacy, build something that's going to last. Never mind the 1,000. E.H. Smith, for example, they celebrated their 100th anniversary, and it's just, I can't wait to do something similar. In 100 years' time, hopefully, my descendants are working from this office, creating an even bigger company. And that's what gets me excited. And that's why, even on my birthday today, I'm working, because I don't even care about birthdays. There's nothing to celebrate about it. What I do want to celebrate is opening the office, having a massive party, because it's a momentous occasion. And it's just the way that I'm wired. I understand it's not normal, most people like to celebrate their birthday, but I could think of at least worthy occasion of celebrating, so what, I haven't achieved anything. Where this, I walk in, even now it's not ready, I'm thinking, I cannot wait to work in here. I look at the ceiling and I think like the plasterers would have been here 170 years ago, purposely moulding it as they did it, like just with their hand tools. Like where the phone is now, it's on a bay window, and this, thankfully, they kept as original. So this is the original wood that they put with the panelling, and you can see the panelling. And I like to think that, like in 1850 or 1860, when this was built, that some chippy was here measuring up, sorting it out, and then now today, my chippy is doing the same sort of thing. And then maybe in 150, 200 years, somebody will come and take a look at this and be like, oh, bloody hell, look at this. That's what gets me excited. I cannot wait for this to be finished. I am so excited. It's going to look like no expense spared. It's going to look absolutely pucker. We've got aged mirrors as well for the reception area. And we've also hired a PA that will be working out of the reception area as well. There's going to be a lot. This is going to be an incredibly high energy place, and I cannot wait. We're going to sort out the outside as well when we do the collective building. We've got like a little private area that I'm going to make sure is the offices. That I plan to put, there's a bike shed there now, but I plan to cover it a little bit and then do like a little weights gym everywhere. So if I ever feel like I need to train or I'm feeling a lackluster energy, I'm going to do a few squats, go through pull-ups, 3 press-ups. And this is going to be a place of high energy, high performance. There's going to be no slacking. And everyone who works here is going to get wealthy. It's going to be a requirement. If you don't start getting wealthy, you're not going to work here. So I want to be surrounded by people who are killing it, who want to kill it, who want to build businesses, who want to build legacies, are not interested in the short-term gratification, want to build things that are going to last generations. So something that I really, I'm not too sure if I will do. Depends on how much it costs, but I'm thinking of like getting a statue of the Queen, just on the corner. So whenever I pull up where my car's going to be, I'll look at the statue of the Queen, because I'm quite thankful for like the system that I grew up in. Because look at how stable it is. Look at how like we went through a decline of an empire. We lost everything, but yet the country still stayed stable, and it created an environment which enabled me, someone like me, to thrive. So I'm really, really thankful for being in Britain. And I'm not sure whether it's going to be, because for sure it's going to be a statue. But I'm not sure if it's going to be Winston Churchill, Queen, probably the Queen, yeah. But we'll see. That's going to be a work in progress. It depends on if the stonemasons are good. Obviously, if they're pants, I won't be commissioning a statue of the Queen or Winston Churchill or some other figure, because there's a few that I really do owe my existence to. And they don't know me, they don't have no bearing on who I am, but because of their actions, I got to grow up in a really stable society, and I'm really, 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 really big advocate of showing gratitude to those before me. And it's part of why I'm so really motivated. Like, when I look back and what people had to survive, my granddad was a coal miner. Like, he had to go down in the bloody coal mines with no power tools, with his hands, mining coal. And when I think that he had to do that to provide food for his family, how dare I waste my time celebrating a birthday that I had no impact on? Like, it just like, I can't waste time going somewhere and celebrating something that isn't worthy of celebrating. So I celebrate wins for sure, because I want to win more, I want to do more, I want to do bigger deals. But like when you think like that, I want to nurture that sort of thought process. At the minute I've got it, and I realise it's something that needs to be put in from the outside in the beginning and then nurtured by the individual themselves. And so like, I'm not going to be wasting time. I'm going to be working. I'm going to deliver on what I say I'm going to deliver. I'm going to cut away the fat, because we've got a lot of fat in our businesses, and some people need to get left behind as we grow onto bigger and better things. Some people will take them with us, and they're going to make their own legacies and their own wealth is the intention. Yeah, it's an exciting time for my business, and I cannot feel more proud. This is the first time where I've actually felt real pride of what we've done. We're reviving an old building, and we're turning it into what it should be. We're showing it the love. Like, I'm just a custodian. This isn't my building. I'm just one of many custodians, and unfortunately it's had bad custodians prior to me, and now it's going to have a good one. We're going to sort out all the issues, all the problems. It's going to need a new roof. The roof is 160 years old. Well, yeah, 160 years old, but most of it can be saved. The flat roof is actually one of the better conditioned roofs. The coach house is fabulous. The flats upstairs are massive, but again, require work. This is the first step, and I can't wait. I'm going to have this, and then I'm going to find my farm, country house, do exactly the same there. That's going to be my builder's yard, and then there's nothing to stop me. Like, I'm going to take over the city, and this is where it starts. In this room is where it's going to start. Everything has been leading up to this. The first 10 years was about just setting myself up and getting comfortable, getting to that 10 million portfolio. The next 10 years is about building a legacy, taking over, and bringing as many people, many deserving people as I can with me. And this is where it starts, in this room. There is going to be hundreds of millions of pounds made in this room. I'm going to make sure of it. And yeah, exciting. So anyway, slight tangent there. The reason why I did go off that tangent is because there's been a few questions about why am I spending so much in the office? Why am I doing things just for the sake of money? And the reasons behind it are a bit more nuanced rather than just spending money for the sake of spending money. Everybody has their vices, and I'm just very lucky that my vices is heritage properties, and like, I don't really appreciate the fast car thing. That's not really my style. I'm not really too bothered about all the usual trappings of wealth. I just want a country house, a nice office, and then to make money, and then I won't want for anything. Excellent.